Standing here with Jerry from Exotic Reptiles, and I was walking by the booth and I saw Galapagos tortoises, and I knew that this is the biggest tortoise in the world, and it was so amazing to see it in this tiny form. Do you breed these?
Yes, we do. Been breeding them 5 years now.
How big are the parents?
Oh, the fathers are about 550 pounds, and the females...
Hold on, 550 pounds?
550 pounds.
Is that bigger than this table?
About half the size. They're 3 feet long and 27 inches wide.
I'm assuming you keep them outside.
Yep, they're on a bunch of acres. We have a lot of property.
That's wacky. Now, how long have you been doing this?
Since the late 70s. I've been breeding tortoises, Galaps, since the 80s.
Now, how old do they have to be before they actually breed?
Between 17 and 20 years.
That's a very long-term project. Did you get them as babies, your adults?
I got my adults when they were smaller than this.
Let me see. Can you take one out? Yep. All right, let's see these babies. Now, you said yours that you were breeding now were actually smaller than this.
Right, when I first got them.
So that's 20 years ago.
No, it's longer, 1985.
Oh my God! Yeah. How many clutches have they produced over the years from you?
Each female produces 3 clutches a year.
You do that many?
They start laying eggs now, and then every 30 days after that they'll lay 3 clutches.
Wow. Now, when did they actually start breeding? What year?
6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago.
So you're really just starting to get the fruits of your labor now.
Yes, after all those years.
Now this is, even as a little tortoise, this thing is gorgeous.
He was born, she was born in July.
When can you actually sex these? How old?
Between 17 years, 15 to 17 years.
So if I bought, I'd have to buy like 6 of them and just like let them run around my yard.
And hope you got a pair.
Yeah. Is that how you did it?
Well, we did it. I didn't really plan on breeding them. I just bought a bunch of them to have Galapagos tortoises.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it's kind of a pet, and then if maybe down the road, I'll probably be dead if I bought them now before they
Not
bred.
really.
Yeah.
No, this guy here, another 10 or 12 years.
How old is he?
July.
Okay, so they're pretty big when they're born, huh?
No, they're this size.
Oh, so they grow fast.
They grow real fast.
Is this something I could just keep outside here in Florida?
Yep. Yes, you can keep these outside as long as it doesn't go below 50.
Okay.
Ours are out year-round, and they have a house. We built a giant house for them.
Right.
And when it gets cold, they have the intelligence. They'll go in their houses.
Look at that little baby. That's amazing.
And the white is the growth rings. Every time they grow, they get it's a white. Then in a couple days, it turns black.
So you could actually tell how old the animal is by counting the rings on a tree?
No. Okay. There's no way.
So it's just kind of records.
Just record keeping is the main thing. Now, this one in the wild would probably be 2 years old.
Oh, because
there's no food.
What do you feed these things?
Basically, the babies get a mixture of vegetables and greens and a lot of hay.
Okay, so they like hay.
They like hay, and the adults and grass too. The adults get just grass and hay.
So they're pretty easy to handle.
Right. If you got a lot of property and a lot of green, you got it made.
Do you have to worry about predators out there?
When they're this small, the only predators they really have are ants. Fire ants in Florida.
Right. That's dangerous to them, huh?
Yes, it is. I had a buddy who lost 5 of them within 2 hours.
Wow. Okay.
He went to the store and came back, and they were all dead, and there was ants covering them.
Like your father, Amanda. Our father's allergic to fire ants.
Well, everybody's allergic to them, I think.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
Well, hey, thanks so much for showing us about the Galapagos. What's the biggest these things will get in captivity?
Well, my males are 575.
Is that pretty much topped off?
No, they're still young.
So they can still grow quite a bit.
They're still growing. They have those white growth rings on them. They're still growing. That weight was back November 3 years ago.
Incredible.
And
Thank you.
I can tell they're growing because we have to keep making the cage doors bigger.
What a crazy animal. Do you have any other large tortoises?
We do Aldabras and Sliccatas also.
Oh, so you got it all going on. Do you breed any of the albinos, any of the morphs?
No, I don't go into that.
You like the wild type?
I just keep the basics.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.